Hey guys, this is Solacespecs and we are playing some Dota 2. And the name of this video is How to Win Every Game You Play. Which, if you've ever played Dota 2, you know you can't win every game you play. But there are some tips, some skills that you can use to help you win almost every game, especially if we're talking about pub games. Now keep in mind, this is a beginner's guide. It is a beginner's guide. So please do not be somebody who you've put in 2,000 hours and you watch this video and you say, oh my gosh, that's so easy. Everyone knows that. You suck. You're a noob. Go kill yourself. Which some people do that and you're like, wow, bro, you're awesome. This is a beginner's guide, so it's for beginners. So if you're somebody who you're just getting into Dota 2 or you're a returning Dota fan and you don't remember some mechanics, this video is for you. Now the first tip I have for you is to be mindful of your starting items. You always want some form of regen. So here I have tangos. The second thing you always want is you're going to want some stat items to help with last hitting. So I have these 3 iron branches here. It doesn't seem like much, but really it makes a big difference when it comes to trying to make sure you get the last hit on your enemy or to deny your enemy. And the third thing I have is I have a Gauntlet of Strength and the Circlet, because I'm going to build a bracer just to give me a little bit more health, but also I'm thinking I'm going to turn it into some drums of battle, which a big difference between Dota and Han is that the mid-tier items are quite a bit better in Dota 2. Whereas in Han, you often find players who will try to build the big items later on, and that is what it is. So, yeah. The next thing to learn is last hitting and denying. These are critical in the laning phase. Denying your opponent's creeps will prevent him from getting experience, while last hitting will get you valuable gold. Now you just saw me do something extremely important that I'm going to rewind and see if you see it. Notice how this creep is getting low. I move up to push him off the lane so that I can go and get that last hit. This is a common tactic in using your hero where you can be aggressive to force him off. Another tip is finding the balance between being aggressive and being smart. Too often I see players who are scared to attack their enemy. Here I know that the enemy player is by himself, and as a result I begin using my abilities on him. It's not about saving your mana, it's about nuking him down to get him out of the lane. Even if I don't get a kill, I can at least deny him valuable experience. Too often players care so much about getting the kill that they miss small victories like what's happening here. Right now you can see that even though there's 2 players, we are both level 3 with the solo player. Here you can see an example where a player is actually too aggressive and not smart. Earth Spirit rolls in on Elder Titan and starts taking hits from the tower. Right here he should have left and allowed the 2 teammates to take out the enemy opponent, but instead he was greedy and wanted to kill himself. You have to make sure when you're playing the game not to be so greedy that you get yourself killed, and instead, even if your teammates get the kill, it's still worth it. Keep this in mind. If you die, it's usually never worth it. Another important tip is to have a TP scroll ready to use. At middle, I see that they're going to dive on my teammate, Earth Spirit. What I do is I run over and I grab a TP scroll from the side shop, and I use it to port to middle. Notice that Elder Titan is very close to killing Earth Spirit. If I had not ported in, he would have chased Earth Spirit to get the kill. Keep in mind that even if you don't get the kill on someone, stopping them from chasing a teammate is usually just as good. Another important tip is being mindful of how your hero works and which situations are best. Luna's ult is best against single targets. As a result, when I see someone porting in, I don't care who it is, I'm going to kill all the remaining creeps so that my ult focuses on just that hero. And boom goes the dynamite. Another thing to be mindful of is when you can push against the enemy team. At bottom lane, I see that there is an enemy team fight that's about to occur. In many circumstances, it's best to port in and run down to mop up any remaining forces. However, I know that my team is fairly strong, and as a result, I can simply push at top lane and take the enemy tower, netting me gold for myself and for my team. At this point, I can continue to push on their Raxes, but I decide to actually go over and mop them up from behind. Using these tips, you can win pretty much every pub game you play. Keep in mind that the more games you play, the more games you're going to lose, because the way the system is designed is to get you to a 50% win rate. However, if you are a new player, I advise using these tips to improve your game and start winning several of the games you play. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.